Hello everyone and welcome to the latest Tempo Storm Wild Meta Snapshot breakdown for the Descent of Dragons meta. The Galakrond's Awakening adventure is now fully released, and for the time being, Mage continues to hold the top tiers with an iron grip with Reno Mage and Secret Mage, while Cube Warlock and even Shaman aren't too far behind. Tier 1 may be static for right now, but we're seeing some shakeups in Tier 2 as the meta adjusts to the dominance of Mage. Which decks are rising up to challenge Jaina? Join our Wild Meta Snapshot team as we take a closer look at Wild's latest developments. As always, be sure to subscribe to the Tempo Storm Hearthstone YouTube channel to stay up to date with our Hearthstone content. Now let's get started. Reno Mage holds its spot at the top of Tier 1 yet again in our snapshot, and for the time being, it feels like Reno Mage has everything going for it. Reno Mage packs the format's most reliable combo win condition in Open the Waygate, alongside the flexible Highlander package, giving this Mage deck multiple ways to win. Even with this power and flexibility, it's far from unbeatable, and the meta is adjusting to challenge its dominance. Still, Reno Mage maintains a strong matchup spread against all of the other Tier 1 decks, leaving it up to a shifting Tier 2 to find a suitable counter. Coming up right behind Reno Mage, we have even Shaman, which maintains its top spot as the strongest aggro deck of the format. The totem buff package of Totemic Might, Totemic Surge, and Splitting Axe has become universally adopted at this point, since they allow the Shaman to build resistant boards and push for damage very quickly. Even Shaman can hold its own against Reno Mage and Darkest Hour Warlock, and is particularly effective against mech hand buff Paladin thanks to Devolve. Even Shaman also tends to dominate other board-centric aggro decks thanks to the sheer size of its minions, but Secret Mage is still a tough matchup thanks to Arcane Flak Mage. Cube Warlock is holding steady as the most popular Warlock deck in Wild, largely thanks to its solid matchups against the other Tier 1 decks. Thanks to Voidcaller and Skull of the Minari, Cube Warlock can establish early threats with Doomguard or early defense with Voidlord that can challenge both top-tier Mage decks. Against even Shaman, Warlock's abundance of removal makes managing the board a breeze. Even though Cube does just fine against Tier 1, it can struggle against some of the Reno Mage counters that are becoming more and more popular, such as Quest Mage and Darkest Hour Warlock. Rounding out Tier 1 is Secret Mage, which is still maintaining relevance even after a decline in its popularity compared to Reno Mage. Secret Mage's position in the Galakrond Awakening meta is interesting, since it doesn't have the best matchups against Reno Mage's Life Gain and Cube Warlock's Void Lords. Instead, Secret Mage's real strength is in its ability to stifle linear combo decks like Darkest Hour Warlock and Quest Mage with its secret package and relentless pressure. Of course, Secret Mage is still packing Arcane Flak Mage and Flame Ward to keep aggro decks like Odd Paladin at bay as well. Altogether, Secret Mage is still one of the gatekeepers of Wild, and we don't expect that to change anytime soon. The Tier 2 landscape is shifting around quite a bit as the Wild meta adjusts to the dominance of Mage and Warlock in the top tiers. Reno Mage has a target on its back, and the Wild community is taking aim by queuing with decks that can shut it down. Among those decks is Darkest Hour Warlock, which has become notorious thanks to the power of its namesake combo to flood the board with massive minions as early as turn 5. Nerubian Unraveler is a key support minion to summon with Darkest Hour, since its effect protects your board from removal spells, while also preventing the completion of Open the Waygate. Darkest Hour can do some powerful things, but it can fall flat against aggro decks like Pirate Warrior and Secret Mage, since they don't give Warlock much time to assemble its combos. Next up we have Odd Paladin, which is steadily becoming more relevant in a world where dedicated anti-aggro decks don't exist, and Secret Mage is becoming less and less popular. Odd Paladin's relentless token generation and buffs give it a favorable matchup against Reno Mage and Quest Mage, while also allowing it to hold its own against even Shaman and Cube Warlock. With so many positive matchups among the top tiers, Odd Paladin is a little under the radar now, but we expect it to become even more popular as the post-Awakening meta develops. Cyclone Quest Mage has become a much more popular sight on ladder in the wake of Galakrond's Awakening. Licensed Adventurer has proven to be a powerful inclusion that fuels all of the deck's synergies, but the biggest boon to Quest Mage is its place as a strong counterpick against both Reno Mage and Cube Warlock. Quest Mage still struggles against aggressive decks like Odd Paladin and Pirate Warrior that don't give it time to gather its resources, and Darkest Hour can also be a rough match thanks to the spell jamming power of Nerubian Unraveler. Quest Mage is doing well for now, but if decks like Odd Paladin and Darkest Hour Warlock continue to grow in popularity, we might see Quest Mage fall off in favor of other counters. Our final Tier 2 spotlight deck is none other than Galakrond Warrior, which has seen some significant updates in the wake of Reno Mage's dominance. Early in the Descent of Dragons meta, Galakrond Warrior behaved like a modified Pirate Warrior and still revolved around Ship's Cannon and Ankar, but after Galakrond's Awakening, Awakening, we've seen high-level builds drop the cannon package in favor of the new card Bomb Wrangler and a slew of anti-Reno tech cards like Bad Luck Albatross and Lotheb. This isn't just anti-meta warrior though, since the Galakrond package is still more than capable of dominating the board and dealing enough damage for the warrior to more than hold their own. At its heart, Galakrond Warrior is a mid-range aggro deck, and like Odd Paladin, it benefits greatly from the format's trends towards combo decks and away from dedicated anti-aggro strategies. As long as Reno Mage stays on top, Galakrond Warrior will be a solid choice, but if removal-heavy Warlocks can wrestle the crown away from Mage, we may see this trend reverse. Still, this deck is showing a lot of promise at the top ranks of ladder, so it's one that we're definitely keeping an eye on. After Galakrond's Awakening, Reno Mage may still be the deck to beat, but that doesn't mean that the wild meta is going to let Mage run unchecked. From newly updated counters like Galakrond Warrior and Darkest Hour Warlock, to legacy powerhouses like Odd Paladin and Cyclone Quest Mage, we're starting to see a shift in the balance of power starting at the lower tiers and working its way up. Can Reno Mage and the rest of Tier 1 adapt to the changing tides? Be sure to check out the full report for all the details, and as always, be sure to subscribe to this channel to stay up to date with our wild Hearthstone content. Thanks for watching!